Hi everyone, Susan Edwards here with Busy with the Cricky. I thought since today is World Card Making Day that I would whip together one of the Christmas cards from my October class to go and share that with you. Now we're making a version of this card, and the reason I say a version is because I think this piece is just a little large. So next time when I do this, we're going to go down one layer with this die set. These are the Stitch So Sweetly dies. I love this die set, and I realize I use it way too much. The fun feature on this card is, of course, the fold. I hope you can see this. My camera is sort of mounted just above eyesight for me, so it's hard to tell. Anyway, I really like this. So we're going to start with that. First thing we need to do, I've already cut my cardstock so that the measurements are correct, and I'll share that with you in just one second after I pick up all the things I just dropped, because you know how that is. All right, this is a piece of Whisper White heavy cardstock because the heavy cardstock makes great card bases. I have cut it at 4 1/4 by 11. I then scored a little mark at 5 1/2 because that's where the top of this will be, is at 5 1/2, in order for this to fit in a standard envelope. I mean, you could make it bigger, but I just wanted it to fit in a standard envelope. And then, so that I centered it, I also scored at 2 1/8. Now, the key to doing this, and I'll be honest, I have messed it up as recently as, earlier today. The key to doing this is to not cut all the way. You start through, and then you quickly reverse course and bring it out, and hopefully that worked. Let's see. Oh, it did. In fact, I might have to hand snip just a little bit further, but that'll be great. All right, let me pull this tape off. I discovered when I leave this crafter, it's almost like painter's tape, but when I leave this on here a little too long, sometimes it likes to pull some of my cardstock with it. I talked about that with this tape earlier, and it has no respect for my opinion. So, yeah, see, there's some of it right there. But fortunately, that will be the back. Okay, while I'm cutting, before I go back and score that, I also need to use the same die, as well as 2 of the bell dies from this bundle, the Cherish the Season bundle. Let me get up here and see how this light is. This light's crazy. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'll take a look again when the die cut machine's out of the way. Okay, so actually I have more cutting than that to do, so let's see how much we can do at once. I don't know if I can do it all or not, but I'll certainly try. So this is the front layer of the card that has the scoop cut out, and this piece will go right on top of that silver circle. And you know what? I think with proper positioning, we can do this all in one pass. So let's put the top plate on. Ooh, getting a little resistance, which I should be getting, and that's the noise it makes when it hits the dies. Boom. There we go. All right. I'm a little far forward. I'm running into my pen. Let me go ahead and get this big boy out of the way. I need to invest in a webcam. That would make it much easier for you to see this without having to, only see part of it. Guess what? I forgot to cut something. Doggone. I got to pull that guy up again. So here's what we have. I forgot to cut the white little label piece. All right, let me get these off here. Yay, these are all working great. Now, I want to try and keep, and I may not be able to, but I want to, yes, I wanted to keep that together, because really, the holly leaves and little berries would pop out just so easily. So while I have that together, before I do anything else, I'm going to put just a little liquid glue back here. I've actually had the glue lift that up before by accident. And then I cut this kind of by hand rough half circle. And I want to put that right here. And that'll make sure those pieces all stay together. Okay? And see, some of the glue leaked through, but that's okay. I'm just going to kind of finger wipe it off. All right, I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to put this aside. Yeah, definitely putting all this aside. Trying to get the trash out of the way and not throw out anything I really need. And I think I just grabbed the camera cord. Sorry. All right, so again, this is the set we're using. And these are the dies that come with this. We're using the medium and the medium small. And these are the stamps. And I like to keep my bundles, which are, the dies and the stamps, together. And I don't like to chase down the dies, so I purchased these little magnetic sheets. You can get them a heavier version from Stampinstorage.com, or you can get the thinner version like this when you don't have very many dies. This one is just from a set from Amazon. But when it's a lot of dies, I like the heavier ones. Okay, let me get this out of the way and get the machine back up here. And we'll do one more cut, and then I'll really put it away. I wanted to be able to peek at my computer and see if anybody was watching, but through neglect, it has turned itself off. So if anyone is watching right now, I just want to go ahead and say hello and tell you that I'm sorry I can't see you because, again, camera is mounted over my head. My line of vision is just underneath the bottom of the iPhone camera. Okay, got that. Yay! I am still loving the Stampin cut and emboss machine. So many products we can get so many places, but it always makes me happy when the ones I actually market are things I truly, truly like. And you can always tell, because if I don't really like them, I don't market them to you. But most of the stuff I do really like. All right, we're going to keep that piece, because I could really just cut another one of these out of there. And let me see, what else do we have over here? We have card pieces. You know what time it is? I believe it is time to score. So let me get my scoreboard up here. And let me pull this over here. Ooh. Now I want the end of this to be at 5.5, and it might be just a tiny bit short, but it's really pretty good. So that makes me happy. Actually, I don't even know if you can see that. Now I need these to come down so that it's halfway. Just kind of lightly following that line, and then, well, I'm not sure I'm in there. You know that? Let's go for the littler edge. There we go. And I really just want to score over to that line because I don't want to lose anything there. There we go. Now let me grab my scissors. This is kind of trying to rip on the edge right here. And that's exactly what I don't want it to do. And I'm sorry if my face is in the camera, and it might be. I can't tell. Maybe I have this too close. I really should have looked before I started. Okay, we got it. Now, you'll notice this is too long, but that's okay because we have paper cutter. And what should happen now is when I bring out the cutter, the paper trimmer, let's see how close I was to getting this right. I wanted this to be at 5.5, and this, wow, I'm off by about 1/16 of an inch, and you know what? I can take that. Goodness, this is now extra. Now, if you wanted this card to be longer and you could have used a larger envelope, you know, you could have left that piece, you actually could have done this up further in the card. And then, you know, had it be this much extra on each side, which would be a nice card, but it wouldn't fit in my standard envelopes. So I'm thinking envelopes. All right, so what I need to do now is add just a few layers to this. I'm going to get my Stampin' Seal. I think that's what this is called. Yeah, Stampin' Seal. And, oops, don't want it to hang over onto the front. All right, I hope you can see this. Now this guy is really tough to do because he wants to grab on, and I want him to be straight first. And he's still not straight, and he's grabbing on. Stop it, guys. Stop, stop, stop. Stop. This is the only thing about, I'm using the Stampin' Seal Plus right now. And when he grabs on, he means he is grabbing on, and he doesn't care if I like it or not. You know what? That's just going to have to be crooked because he is staying, and I don't want to rip my card. And really, that's not too bad. Okay, what I do... Oh no, I've lost a piece. Not cool. It's on my desk somewhere, so let me recover my oh no moment and see where I pushed it. I don't know where it's gone. I'm missing my silver circle. And I know, and you know, that I cut it out. So that might mean that it's on the back of something, which I've had happen more than I really want to tell you. Guys, I have totally lost my silver circle. That tells me it might be stuck to, let's see, not on the bottom of the die cut machine. I don't see it on the desk. I don't see it mixed in with the platform. Okay, this is crazy. I am missing a circle. You saw me cut silver circle. Guess what? I think I threw silver circle away. All right. Well, it happens sometimes, and yes, that was my metal trash can. So what we do with the silver circle is we attach it right here. Okay? Finding it made all the difference. Okay. I'm going to start by doing this. And then if I need to do any little touch-ups, I can. But it's important to get silver circle where he really goes. Because this is all about the ability to open here. Okay? Then this little piece goes right on top of that. And again, I'm sorry if I keep going out of the camera range. I think my camera mount's a little low, and that's not helping things any. Okay, we got that one. Now, I have these. What I like to do with these is, after I've cut them, I just go ahead and use 2 of our Stampin' Blend alcohol markers and kind of color in some of the cutouts. In this case, it wasn't so much a cutout, and I hope you can see that. But on this one, it's the berries and the leaves where they would have cut out, but I didn't let them cut out. And you could recut this with paper. You could cut the whole bell again with paper and just use colored paper in these spots. But I really like it better just going ahead and coloring these. I've tried it a couple of different ways, and I think this looks best. Okay, let me add in some berry color. There we go. Alrighty, we'll put those away in a minute. I think I want to pop up the back of this. So, put one there. I'm going to use a Stampin' Dimensional. Actually, I'm going to use 2 Stampin' Dimensionals to pop this back up. Okay, and this is going to go right up there. And this little guy is going to go right here inside, just to to add a little fun embellishment to the inside. And then you've still got plenty of room to write a note inside this card. All right, next step is I need to stamp this. Oh yeah, I like this much better with this rectangle being smaller. Okay, so I need to stamp a Christmas sentiment, and I need to add some ribbon to this. Now, inside this set, the stamp set, we have this nice Merry Christmas sentiment. So I think I'm just going to try and do that. When I say try and do that, I'm telling you, I've had just a crazy, crazy stamping day. Lots of things have gone wrong for me today. I don't know why. I just know they have. Okay, and I'm going to pull out Cherry Cobbler, which is a nice darker red, and I think Cherry Cobbler will be perfect for, and I just want to test this real quick. Okay, I think Cherry Cobbler will look really nice on the darker red print we have there. Okay, I'm going to pull this over, and my head's probably going to get in the shot, and I apologize, but I'm going to try and line this up straight. Not bad. Okay, now, I don't know if you can see this, but the A and the S did not come out as nicely as I would have preferred they do. So I'm going to grab out the Stampin' Right marker that is also Cherry Cobbler. I'm going to take the the writing pen, not the brush end, and I'm just going to turn this a little bit and kind of write that in. There. Now, no one will, except you and I and whoever watches this, will ever know that that part didn't stamp nicely because we fixed it. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we need a bow for this guy. And after we do the bow, we will be almost done. So this is how I like to do my bows, because I try not to waste too much ribbon by going all the way around that piece. This will save me, 3 inches of ribbon maybe. But in the long run, every time I save this amount, that's good. So here we go. Tying this bow, pull it tight. I'm going to bring it in just a little. Okay, I'm kind of happy with that, I think. So, boom, and boom. And before we move on, let me find my large. What size are you? You are large. What are those called? Those are called something. Adhesive dots. Okay, so did you see I just cut the back of that? And the reason I cut the back of that is because I want this to go on here. And I might even want it to go that way. So I'm going to go up using my scallops, 1, 2, 3, I think 4. And that's where that's going to go. So what I'm going to do with these is pull this guy out and this, and pull that off there and go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we're going to do that same thing again and go up 4. Little scallops, 2, 3, 4. Ah, it didn't stick. Sorry. Oh goodness. That's not cool. Get off there, guys. He's making me look bad. Alright, now I don't want that to stick. Oh man, I did those on the wrong side. This is called make sure your cardstock is, the top is facing up when you do this the first time. Now, what's really good is it won't matter that those are there because they will just work as adhesive to hold this down, which is always good. Alright, this guy doesn't want to come off now. Okay, quick, before I mess up anything else, let's just kind of put that right there, because I don't want it sticking to my desk surface. Alright, so I just went up 4 and 4, and I'm going to wrap this around, and I don't think I have it exactly centered, so I need to work on that for a second. Let me pull this side up. Easier said than done. Oh yeah, he says, you wanted us, now you want us to let go? Make up your mind, woman. Okay, I'm going to do this side a little better. So I mentioned that I did this card live for another group, I think, this morning, and if it could go wrong, it did go wrong, including having this entire piece just cut too far and come out horrible. So really, the fact that I'm messing with the bow is minor compared to the last time I did this for a group. Alright, so I'm adding a little tiny glue dot behind the knot, so it'll hold it there. And guess who's stuck to my desktop? Alright, so what I'm going to do is add some pop dots, but because I've got those there, Stampin' Dimensionals, because those are there, I'm just going to put it right over top. It'll just be easier, and it will stick down and no problem. Alright, and that's more than I wanted. Let me put that guy back. Almost finished here. This is one card from my October class to go. I'll show you the other cards from that in a moment. And what I'm going to do is anyone who purchases the Cherish the Season bundle at my online store, Busy with the Cricky at stampinup.net, I will send you 4 cards already all cut out and ready for you to cut your elements and use your stamps and assemble. And there's our card. How cute is that? And it's fun and it's different. And let me stretch and grab an envelope and I'll show you. See, now it fits perfect in a regular standard envelope. So yay. And what I would do if I were mailing this is I would just put a piece of cardstock, like a scrap piece that can even be a horrible color, right over top. And if you did like one almost as big as the card, that should help it go through the postal machine. Now, really like this with the smaller. I'll show you why. Look, this was the bigger one. Much better with the smaller scalloped rectangle. Okay, you want to peek at these other cards before I let you go? This one is so easy, honestly. It's the bigger bell, colored, just some designer series paper with gold stars, a strip of designer series paper, a rectangle of whisper white on a navy base. This one, I'm just not even going to lie, I picked this straight from Pinterest and made my version of it. I used our Pretty Peacock cardstock and Pretty Peacock ink, some of this gorgeous, brightly gleaming, I think it's called, Christmas paper, a border die. I did the same bell that I just did for the card we just made, and again the Merry Christmas sentiment. This one I like because it's sort of farmhouse fun, and it was 3 different colors of bells, a little twine, an embossed background, and a very simple sentiment. Oh, and some little white dots. This one I like. I think it's very elegant. I like this one. This is, again, the silver bell. To get this piece, all I did was took the silver cardstock. Oh, yeah, the metallic cardstock, whatever we call that. And I cut out 2 rectangles, or I actually used 2 rectangular dies, and cut this out and measured them so that, I had it about the same width all the way around. Then I discarded the middle. Actually, I think I saved the middle and just used it to cut the elements for the card I just made. But anyway, I then took an embossing folder and ran this through and embossed the silver paper. So that's all this frame is this metallic paper cut into a frame and run through with an embossing folder. I just top this up on another piece of the same pretty peacock, and I use silver embossing powder and a little bit of coordinating ribbon. And that's it. And then you saw today's card. I will be posting more about the October card class to go in the very near future. But for today, I just want to wish everyone a happy World Card Making Day and a happy birthday to my husband, which is why I did my happy World Card Making event last night when we just got together on Zoom and sort of talked and chatted and shared things. Hope you're all doing well, and I wish you a happy rest of your weekend. Bye.